What is up, everybody? Welcome back to From the Crypt, the podcast, where we are going to be discussing some stuff today. Very special stuff, as a matter of fact. Something that we have wanted to discuss for a while, I think, and something that we honestly should discuss more often than we do. For some reason, we just we don't discuss this as much as I feel like we should, because we're going to be discussing Ice Nine Kills today. And, sorry, my beard. We're huge fans. And we are so into Ice Nine Kills that Welcome to Horrorwood was both Derek and I's number one album of the year it came out. So, I mean, it goes without saying that we are super pumped for this next album, wherever it may be. Hopefully, it is right around the corner, and we will be getting some juicy horror movie themed metalcore songs as soon as humanly possible. But
Yes.
before I get into the rules and exactly what we're going to be discussing today, Derek, do you want to go ahead and take it away for a little bit?
Yes. I will also let everybody know I put on my glasses so I look smart because I know I say the F word all the time,
Same.
and I think the glasses negate that, and I look more intelligent and presentable. No, this is
Grab
going.
my glasses.
Yeah, well, mine aren't actually real glasses. They're those freaking Razer glasses with the speakers built into them.
Oh,
Remember
gotcha.
those?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but I look smart AF. But
You look pretty smart.
anyways, yeah, Ice Night Kills, absolutely amazing. I remember I discovered this band in 2014 when I was living in Champaign, Illinois, and it was on this website, and I was like, okay, they just put this album out or whatever. I want to check it out. And it was, God, what was it? The Predator Becomes the Prey, and I was hooked. And then immediately after that, Every Trick in the Book, which is basically about horror books. I know some of them aren't. And it's like, okay, Me, Myself, and Hyde, Communion of the Cursed, Hell in the Hallways. So good. And then The Silver Scream came out, and nothing but horror movies. Silver Scream 2, nothing but horror movies. Love it. Cannot say that enough about this. So, a couple disclaimers I want to read off. Now, we have no inside information. Though,
Zero.
let's be honest, we wish we did.
Oh,
We really wish we
did.
Yeah. So, these are just all. It's for fun.
Speculation.
And, yeah, it's all speculation. And if something.
Speculation.
Yes. And if something does come of this, and like, let's say the band checks this out, I don't know, and they're like, "Hey, those guys have pretty good ideas." Our only fee is that we get to hang out backstage at a show and shoot the shit with Ice Nine Kills and Spencer, and yeah.
That may be your only fee, but I'm gonna one up you on that fee because I would very much like to come out on stage as Georgie or something like that during It Is the End.
Oh well, I mean,
That'd be
if
fucking
that's
sick.
if that's in the cards, then they can bring me on stage and literally execute me. I'm okay with that. Like,
Yeah,
there's not
yeah,
a whole
yeah.
lot of not a whole lot of good ways to go out, and that would be one of
Dude,
them.
I'd even go out as Paul. Take me
Yeah.
out on stage as Paul, man. I'll dress up in a suit and everything. I don't care.
Fuck yeah. But one of the reasons that we wanted to do this episode is because we kind of mistimed our best albums of the year and
Yeah.
put it out a little bit too early. But this felt right to do because I know this is our number one, like, we want this album this year.
Oh yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of hype for it, especially coming from us because with just what they do, there's videos upon videos upon videos. There's another video idea, and I'm not going to say it out loud, but I have talked to Jacob about for literally over a year wanting to do with the Silver Scream albums. And it's not what you think, but it is going to be just fucking fun. And then we can even talk about all the movies that are listed. everything. There's video. This is a content gold mine for us, considering we love horror and we love metal, and Ice Nine Kills meets us right in the middle.
And they do a damn good job of it too.
Fuck yes, they do.
Just the attention to detail in their stuff is just fucking ridiculous.
I already said the F word. The glasses aren't helping any. So one thing I wanted to go over first was just the list of movies or books, which I'm considering books that became movies as well. So people aren't like, well, why aren't you talking about The Exorcist? Exorcist was in every trick in the book.
Hey, before you start,
go
just
ahead.
for anybody that is not aware, and we didn't hint at it well enough, Ice Nine Kills is a metal band that creates songs based off of horror movies. That's literally their whole thing. That's their whole shtick, gimmick, whatever you want to call it. And I don't mean that in a downplay at all. I mean, because it fucking works, and they do a really good job at it. So I just wanted to clarify that before you go into what you're about to go into.
Yes. So every movie or book that became a movie that I'm about ready to list off is disqualified from this list since it's already been done. So
yeah.
It shouldn't be rocket science, but we'll hold your hand and we'll walk you there. It's okay. Now, so movies that will not be in here: The Exorcist, Dracula. What else do we got here? Carrie. I mean, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde has been, it's had all different kinds of reiterations, but those are just off of every trick in the book. Now, for the first Silver Scream, we will not be talking about Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Saw, The Crow, Jaws, The Shining, Devil's Rejects, Edward Scissorhands, Silent Night, Deadly Night, An American Werewolf in London, It, or Scream.
Did you already say Jaws?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I must have spaced out.
Oh, I'm just going right down through the track listing so I don't miss anything.
Okay.
Okay, so off of Silver Scream 2, we will not be talking about Cabin Fever, Child's Play, Psycho, Pet Sematary, Resident Evil, American Psycho, My Bloody Valentine, Hellraiser, The Fly, Hostel, Evil Dead, Candyman, or Silence of the Lambs. So,
dude,
they have really picked a lot, just off of the first Silver Scream album. The big three gone right out of the gate.
The other big three gone out the second album.
Yeah. So they didn't do us any favors by any means, but no. I say that in the best possible way imaginable.
Yeah.
So we had to dig and find 13 movies that we could see being turned into songs for Silver Scream 3. And you know what? We even went a step further. We came up with some placeholder titles.
Exactly.
That they could use. And if they want to use, please do. Just invite us to a show.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be great. I've already seen y'all twice, but don't get me wrong. I'll see you every time I get a chance.
Yeah, I've still haven't, unfortunately, and I want to. Being an adult freaking blows.
Such a good show. I mean, every single time. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that they didn't come back from an Ice Nine Kills show changed.
F you. All right.
I changed twice, so.
F you. All right. Maybe the glasses are working. Hey.
Anyway, no. I feel you. So they did not make it easy for us to make this list. Okay, as Derek already stated, but that doesn't mean there's not a shit ton of other horror movies that they can do songs about still, because the list of horror movies goes on forever. I mean, it's a long list, and I mean, obviously there's some misses in that list, of course, but I think that there are some that are just like blatantly obvious that these have to be on a Silver Scream album or an Ice Nine Kills album to some degree. And also, just another thing, the reason we picked 13 is because the Silver Scream and the Silver Scream 2 both have 13 songs on them that are about movies. That's not including the intros or like Welcome to Horrorwood, for example, which is kind of just it's a song. It's not really an intro, but it's a full length song, not specifically about a movie. So, yeah, that's the reason we picked 13. And so, of course, the Silver Scream 3 that comes out will likely have an intro. It'll probably have something along the lines of Welcome to Horrorwood as well, because that song was a fucking banger, and I know everybody loved it. So I can't imagine they won't be doing anything like that.
One thing I do want to mention that I forgot is, at least for me, I can't speak for your list because I still haven't seen it. I didn't pick any sequels of anything that has already been done. So like there's not going to be like Nightmare on Elm Street 3 or Friday the 13th Part 4.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. Any sequel that I have chosen, one, shouldn't be a surprise which sequel it will be, but it has not been done. Like the original has not been done, and the sequel has not been done as well.
Well,
so
the thing with sequels that I was caught up on is because, like, for example, Ex Mortis is just about like the Evil Dead as a whole. They do talk about the Army of Darkness and shit in there as well, so it's kind of like it's just Evil Dead encompassed. I don't think they specifically chose a single movie from Evil Dead, did they, for Ex Mortis?
well, all it had listed was just The Evil Dead, which is the first Evil Dead.
I mean, that's fair, I guess, but the other one I was thinking of was like Resident Evil, for example. They kind of toss in a bunch of stuff about the games, but also the movies, so there's really no cut and dry like Resident Evil movie or game that it is about. It is kind of just about Resident Evil as a whole. So when I think of songs like Stabbing in the Dark, I think they're talking about Halloween as a franchise. I don't think it's specifically Halloween 1, which I guess for the most part it probably is, but you can just take that as a franchise song, you know what I mean? Same with Nightmare on Elm Street and the Jason movies and all that kind of stuff. So the Friday the 13th movies and stuff. So that was my reasoning behind not doing any sequels, because I feel like if they have done like American Nightmare, for example, for Nightmare on Elm Street, they're probably not going to do a specifically Dream Warriors song, you know?
Because it's already been done by Dokken.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So
I mean, if they want to put out a cover of Dream Warriors, please fucking do.
Oh yeah.
Well, that would be amazing. But
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
All right. Jacob, go first.
Or do we want to go into honorable mentions first?
I mean, I guess we can.
Save the list for the juicy end.
Yeah, because I mean, I can blow like I've got a bunch of ones. So, as many of you probably already know, there are a metric crap load. The glasses are working. Metric crap load of horror movies out there. Some good, some great, some amazing, some just dog poop.
Yeah.
And so yeah, these are ones that I'm going to list off that I could not really think of a song title for them. And it's going to be a pretty big list. So I've got The Conjuring.
Okay.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. The Blair Witch Project.
Okay.
Christine, which that was my one I couldn't think of a title from. So I actually did. I'll go ahead and list it off real quick. Since they did Carrie on Every Trick in the Book and called it Hell in the Hallways, I called this one Hell on the Highways just because they're both Stephen King, just as a joke. A Quiet Place, which that could be just a gag song, just nothing but silence, and then they start playing something, and then boom, they are killed by the monster. Fright Night, Suspiria, Reanimator, Children of the Corn, Hereditary, Midsummer, The Lighthouse, Misery, The Blob, Final Destination, Poltergeist, and my last one I'm not going to read off because that'll be my bonus track that they always put out, like your number's up or meet and greet.
Right. Okay.
So I'm serious. I love the title I came up with for that one.
Okay. I didn't do any bonus track, but I definitely have one that I could see them doing a bonus track for. I think that I personally would think would be really cool. But anyway, I've got 10. I didn't do any song titles for these, but these are more so just movies that I like, and they might do song. I don't even have 10 actually, because a couple of these are just not very likely. But anyway, Five Nights at Freddy's was one of them that I put on there just because the movie just came out. I could see them capitalizing on it. Well, why not?
I thought about putting that on mine as well.
Yeah. I haven't seen this one, but Smile. I've heard Smile has been really good, and I still haven't got to watch it yet, but I've heard people like it quite a bit. So
it is good. It was very surprising that it was as good as it was.
I could see them doing something like that. I did have Midsummer on here. I had The Cabin in the Woods, which I think could be pretty fun for like a Ex Mortis style, goofy but also really catchy track. You know what I mean? The Witch. Barbarian.
I knew that one was going to be on there.
Barbarian was up there because I know Barbarian was talked about quite a bit when it came out. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it recently, so I think it might have just been one of those things that it blew up and then it died out. I don't know, but
yeah,
Overlord would be really cool to see a song about. That was a fun ass movie.
Nice, yeah.
Us would be a sick ass song, and I would like to see Us or something like that as a bonus track. And then two, just kind of like that I threw on here because I was just listing off movies, was Underwater and The Void.
Nice. No, they could do something really cool with Us, like in the middle, like do the
Yeah.
the girl couldn't talk yeah.
Or they do that weird clicking noise as well. They could do something like they did in Meet and Greet.
Yeah.
Where they or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah.
So, and then I've also got another category that we kind of talked about, left field. These ones, I'm going to say definitely will not happen, but man, if they did, you heard it here first.
Exactly.
Okay. Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
That'd be fun.
You could even title it Doozy of a Day.
Hell yeah.
But then these other two I put, they are very similar to Friday the 13th, so the chances of them happening, not really that high. Sleepaway Camp and The Burning.
Okay.
And then Upgrade, which I was trying to think of a title for it, and all I could come up with was just STEM, and I couldn't figure for an acronym or whatever for what it to stand for, since STEM is the thing in the movie. And then little Lovecraft for you, From Beyond.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Fucking love that movie.
Hell yeah. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
So my long shots are just ones that I personally think would be super fucking cool to hear a song about, but they're pretty deep cuts, so probably not gonna happen. But hey, who knows? Like Derek said, if they do, you heard it first from us. Donnie Darko was one.
Nice. Yes.
I had that one up there. The Menu. Yeah.
Yeah.
A Donnie Darko song would be fucking sick. But The Menu would be really fun. They could even call it something like Jason's Mess or something like that. Or no, Jeremy's Mess. What was the guy that like blew his brains out in the middle of the diner? I can't remember. But whatever his name was, his mess was the name of the dish that they served when he shot himself. But that could be the song title. It'd be fun as hell. Van Helsing, I think, would be sick as fuck. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark would be interesting. I don't know how they'd pull it off because there's a lot of stories, obviously. But even if they were to just take one of the stories or a couple of the stories like they did in the movie and kind of piece them together, I think that'd be fun. And then my personal favorite on this list, probably Creep. I would love to see a fucking song about Creep with a little Peach Fuzz breakdown in the middle of it. And they could just call it Peach Fuzz, because holy shit, that would be awesome. So good. They could even do the little Peach Fuzz jingle that he does in the middle of the movie. Fuck, that would be funny as hell.
No, you got some definitely good, like, because, so, for instance, on your other list, when you said Smile, I was like, yeah, I thought about Smile.
Yeah,
That one,
I still haven't seen it, so I'm not really sure what to say about it as far as a Ice Nine Kills song goes. But I've heard nothing but good things about it. So
it's surprising. Like, it's one of those movies that legit had no right being as good as it was, but it was actually solid.
yeah,
Um,
I'll have to check it out sometime because I've
oh,
heard it's
another
really good.
another one that I forgot to mention, and there's going to be millions of them if I'm being honest, but I just want to say, It Follows. I completely forgot to put It Follows under my big list of stuff I just couldn't think of titles for.
Gotcha. So the way I was thinking we do this, this is how I set mine up anyway. I actually put them in track order, like I mentioned to you the other day. So like I specifically placed each one of these songs where they are from 1 to 13.
Okay.
So what I was going to do is like the first track and then the second track, third track, fourth track, and so forth.
Okay.
This is
Yeah,
obviously
mine's
not including any intros or anything, but
yeah. Mine's not so much like that, but I
you'll
will say
you'll know why when you hear some of mine. You'll know why.
the song that I have listed last, that is definitely my closer 100%. And just looking at the rest of my list, I am a-okay with calling that my track list
Okay.
and moving forward.
Hell yeah. All right. Um, let me see something real quick.
Suspense. Suspense. I'm serious. I'm excited to do this. Even just already like just firing off all the ones that we've thought of is fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. So, did you want to start, or do you want me to start?
You go ahead and start.
Okay. So my first one is called "It Runs in the Family," and that is going to be Hereditary.
Nice.
I think Hereditary is, in recent years, probably one of the better horror movies that has come out, and it's gotten a lot of really good feedback. Even the Rotten Tomatoes scores surprisingly were really good. And for horror movies, Rotten Tomatoes does not score horror movies very well, like at all.
Toni Collette.
Yeah, and Toni Collette. Yeah, which if you watched our previous episode, we talked about her before as well. But
Yeah.
I recently
Amazing.
just watched it again, which is weird because it put me off my fucking sleep for a little bit after the first time I watched it. I was like, God damn, dude. But I recently watched it again, and I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was pretty cool, and I think it's a good movie. I don't see why they wouldn't. Also, before I get any further, I will say that I think that their Welcome to Horrorwood style track that they're going to have in there, I think it's going to be about the silencer. Their fucking, like, Ice Nine Kills mascot. I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be about. It might even be called the silencer, who knows, but
Yeah.
I think that's what it's
Okay.
what's going to be.
All
What
right.
you got? Track 1.
Track 1, Whiteout, based off of The Thing. Well, I had to get that one out of the way immediately because I've been bitching about that since 2018, wanting it like after seeing the original track list, like do the thing.
Yeah.
And
It's
yeah,
been, dude, I've seen a lot of people request the thing.
yeah. Well,
I've seen
that's
a lot of
because
people.
that, like, not to give anything away for a potential future video, that's my third favorite horror movie of all time and my fourth favorite movie of all time. Like, it is just perfect. It is a 10. So, out of everything that I've listed off on this is the one that I feel is the most. It make it happen. Change the title if you must, but make it happen with The Thing. My God, I need that in my life. Something fierce.
And what did you say it was called?
Whiteout.
Whiteout. Interesting. Okay. Cool.
Well, because McCready's talking about going up in there and they'll get caught in a whiteout. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Okay.
My number 2 track, second track, is The Sunken Place. And it is about Get Out. Yes. I love Get Out, dude. Get Out is so good. I love it so much. I love Jordan Peele. I love his movies, and I want to hear a Get Out song. I think that'd be fucking sick. I think that...
Good for you.
I think that, especially for like a breakdown, they could have Andre from the movie that's like freaking, like when he flashes the camera and it takes him out of his possession or whatever. He starts screaming like "Get out, get out!" and he's like grabbing onto him or whatever. I think they could do that for like a breakdown call out or some shit.
Here's one I got for you, because yes, I'll be honest and blunt. I do not like Get Out. I think it's severely overrated.
Oof.
I liked Us and Nope. I loved both of them. I hated Get Out.
That's the thing.
A good breakdown. What?
I was not a big fan of Nope, to be honest with you.
I liked Nope a lot because it was very different. But anyways, just have it. Just cling, cling. Now sink into the floor. Boom. And then just fucking hits. Like, that is good.
That would
the
be
rest
so
of that,
fun, dude.
Yeah. It would be awesome. If Ice Nine Kills can write a decent song about Hostel, and write a banger about Cabin Fever, I'm fully confident they could pull off a song about Get Out, even though that's definitely not one that I personally would want to hear.
Yeah.
All right.
This might be blasphemous for me to say, but I don't care.
Then don't say it.
No, I'm gonna say it anyway. I am not a huge fan. Now, before you start throwing pitchforks at me, I am not a huge fan of the Child's Play movies. Okay.
Oh yeah. No,
but
you're fine.
I fucking love Assault and Batteries. Okay, the song Assault and Batteries was such a bop, and like, I will listen to that a billion times before I go watch a Child Play movie. I don't know why, but I mean, it is what it is. But
no, like, at first I thought you were going to say something really stupid, and I was like, glasses are coming off, and the F word's coming out in a roaring fashion because I've been holding it back. But no, that's not controversial in my mind at all, so you're good. All right.
Yeah, no, I figured I would just throw that out there because this is I kind of figured you'd have that opinion about Get Out. I feel like we talked about this before, but that's what my point was. Like, it's one of those movies that I think a lot of people prefer Us. So I mean, the only reason I didn't put Us is because I liked Get Out more, but. Don't get me wrong. I loved Us. Us is amazing. Probably one of my favorite like horror movies, if I'm being honest with you. But at least in a loose list, you know what I mean. I'd have to like pick through that shit with a fine tooth comb. But
mine's already done.
It was a hard battle to pick between the two of them, to be honest with you. But anyway, go ahead for your number 2.
All right, number 2, Mashed Potatoes and Murder. Based off of Terrifier 2.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
I know people watched the Terrifier, just us talking about 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Don't act surprised. You knew this was going to pop on here.
Mm-hmm.
Just have a dinner bell to start the song off. Art's little dinner bell. And there is no way it won't be good, and there is also no way a song there's going to be a song about Terrifier, whether it's 1 or 2. The only reason I picked 2 is just like in the chapter on Terrifier. You should watch it if you haven't. There's not a whole lot of story to go off of in the first one, but the second one gives you more to work with, and it's just bigger and bolder in every way. So Mashed Potatoes and Murder definitely seemed like a just complete obvious thing for me.
So just to throw it out there, I did go to the Silver Scream Con. I think I did mention this when we were talking about Terrifier, but they heavily nodded at a Terrifier song happening. Now, will it happen in the Silver Scream 3? I don't know. They did not give any information. They did not even confirm or deny it, but they were being cheeky little bastards when they were asked about it, because obviously they had a lot of people from the Terrifier movies talking on panels and shit. So, of course, it was going to be brought up. And with Terrifier being as successful as it is, or has been, you knew that question was going to come up at some point at a Ice Nine Kills convention. So,
Oh, yeah.
just to throw that out there, it's more than likely going to happen, at least at some point, if not on Silver Scream 3. So, I guess
100%.
we'll see.
All right. Let's
All right.
hear it. Number 3.
Number 3. Always check your candy. Trick or treat.
Nice.
Had to do it to him. I was kind of torn on a title for this one. I had a couple other ones that I was thinking of, but always check your candy was one of those lines that, like, when I first seen the movie and he was looking over at the kid, like, choking on the razors and shit, or whatever it was that he was choking on. I'm pretty sure it was razors. And he just looked over and, like, smiled. I was like, oh, this guy's fucked. He's about to do some nasty shit. And that was, like, the moment in that movie where I was just like, this is about to get so much worse. And I don't know, I loved that whole scene. I thought that was great. But anyway, I did have a couple of notes on this one. The news reporter at the Halloween festival, that whole scene right there could easily be like an introduction kind of thing to the song, like they did with Assault and Batteries, and they were talking about how mass murderer has possessed a doll or a child's doll or whatever. I think that the news report for the Halloween could also, or for Trick or Treat, could also be something in there, or the black and white film reel that is going over the tradition of Halloween and stuff in the movie. I think that'd be a cool ass intro, or even an outro for the song. But a couple of breakdown call outs I was thinking of, or like break moments in the middle of the song or during the song at some point. But one of them I know is not going to happen because probably copyright stuff. But Charlie Brown's an asshole, I think would be fucking hilarious to have in the song. When the kid's at the top, at the upstairs or whatever, he's like, "Go watch Charlie Brown," and the kid's like, "Charlie Brown's an asshole," and he says, "Language." That would be fucking hilarious. But a couple of the other ones more likely that would happen in a Trick or Treat song. But let's carve a scary face this time, and then the dad looks back and says, "A scary face it is." I think that would be chilling, and I would love every second of it.
Yeah.
And then the other one was the kids on the bus that are chained to the bus or whatever that are mumbling "wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way." I think that would be cool to have in there somewhere. Maybe not a breakdown call out, but something along those lines. Like have it peppered throughout there. The song would be cool. And then of course, always check your candy, I think would be another cool one. But yeah, Trick or Treat, always check your candy. Absolutely.
That was a very, very good one.
Loved it.
All right. My number 3. Party like it's 1985. Return of the Living Dead.
Okay. I could see that.
They could have a lot of fun with this. Like, imagine a music video shot like in the style of that. So they're just like freaking, looking
phenomenal.
like trash and suicide and stuff like that. And you can get like more of a punkish edge to it. But when I came up with the title for this one, I was like, oh, this would legit be. I know it's in the title. This could be like a fun party song to just get everybody fucking going. And Return of the Living Dead itself, it's not super serious like most horror movies.
Yeah.
So that I feel gives them room to play with it. It doesn't have to just be super serious like what would you like, Stabbing in the Dark or Thank God It's Friday. You could play with it a little bit. Get a little funky with it. Throw some stank in it, Get down with your bad self.
Absolutely, dude. If they did some like disco kind of thing with that,
Yeah.
that'd be cool. Yeah, I'd fuck with that a lot.
Okay. I'm serious. I'm more excited to hear your list because obviously I know mine, but like this is a lot of fun.
I love, dude. This is probably gonna be my favorite episode we've done so far, if not one that we ever have done or ever will do.
Damn. I dropped
Maybe.
an F word. The glasses didn't help there.
Yeah, you're breaking through them glasses, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You ready for my number 4?
Number 4.
All right. So, number 4, Blinding White. But not for the thing. For Silent Hill.
I thought about putting Silent
Ooh.
Hill in here, but I was like, oh, they just did Resident Evil, and then I already had
That was my
another.
reason for doing it. Was like they did Resident
Whoa,
Evil, why not do Silent Hill? And there's a movie, and I like the movie. I don't know how
you
everybody else
cut
feels
me
about the movie.
off.
I
You
like the
cut me
movie.
off. No, I was saying I already have another horror video game movie on here, so that's why I bumped Silent
Oh,
Hill.
I
Yeah.
see. I see. Okay, I got you. Wait, really interesting. Now you got me thinking about other
Yeah.
games. Fuck. Is it at the same level as Silent Hill though? Like as far as like
Oh,
popularity
this
and shit,
movie.
or
This movie is not looked back on and thought it is a great cinematic masterpiece, but it is what it is.
okay,
I'm gonna go ahead and throw one out that it's
interesting.
not. It is not Alone in the Dark. So I have taste.
Okay,
But anyways, continue.
interesting. Yeah. So the only note I had for this one was I would like them to do something with the melody from Promise Reprise. The song Promise Reprise from the Silent Hill movies. I'm pretty sure it's in the game too. I don't remember because I haven't played the games. I've watched a lot of videos on the games, but the movie itself I know has Promise Reprise in it, and it's one of my favorite piano melodies of all time. Like it is easily in my top 10 favorite piano melodies that I've ever heard in my life, and I will just listen to that shit on repeat. It is one of my biggest Halloween songs that I listen to every fucking year during the season, but I don't care what you do with it, as long as there's a Pyramid Head reference, Sexy Nurse reference, and Promise Reprise somewhere in the song. I'm cool with it. Period. But Blinding
Hell
White,
yeah.
Silent Hill, my number
Nice.
4.
Okay. Number 4. Movie magic. Based off of Sinister. I mean,
Nice. Okay.
yeah.
I was thinking about putting Sinister in my honorable mentions because I've seen Sinister, at least the first one, and I remember thinking it was pretty good, but I don't know if I don't know if I have heard a lot of people talk about it otherwise, though, is the thing.
Yeah, it's because people suck. Sinister is awesome. It is legit one of my favorite horror movies.
Interesting. That's
And
weird
like I
because,
was
like I said, I've never heard anybody else talk about it really.
well, so last night I was talking with Karen about it because I read her off my list, and she's like, "Really, Sinister?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you got to think the movie came out in like 2012, I believe.
Yeah.
2012. We kind of hadn't hit this golden age that we're in now, so it was a lot more bad than good. And I know somebody in the comments. Go ahead, hit me with what you got that you thought was great at that time period. I'll gladly tell you it wasn't. Or how Sinister was head and shoulders above everything else. Um,
I remember
so
liking
yeah,
it. So
I love it.
it's been a long time
So
since I've seen it, but I do remember liking it when I did see it.
and in some way, shape, or form, they could kind of incorporate the lawnmower scene because it's silent, and then just getting ready to run over the face with the lawnmower,
Yeah.
scared like made you go tinkle on your drawers.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
A little more than tinkle.
yeah. Yeah, I was fertilizing my drawers when I saw that because that came out of
Dude,
nowhere.
I already hate
But
mowing the lawn. It just gave me one other reason to hate it.
but no, Sinister. It's got to be on there for me. Like
Okay. Interesting.
so good.
Look,
So movie magic.
honestly,
Sinister.
like you said, if they could make a song about fucking cabin fever and Hostel, I mean, surely they could pick something like Sinister that actually was, at least my understanding, I liked it quite a bit. I think that'd be a
Oh
lot
yeah.
easier to do a song about than something like cabin fever.
Oh yeah.
I I'd only even
Like,
heard the name Cabin Fever like as a movie title maybe once or twice before the song came out.
I'll
So
be
if that tells you anything.
I'll I'll be completely blunt. I'm not the biggest fan of Eli Roth's. I still haven't seen Thanksgiving, despite hearing how good it is. So I will be
Same.
checking it out whenever it comes to VOD. But his other work, Hostel, Cabin Fever, Green Inferno, I literally hated all of those movies. So
He
the
did
fact that
Cabin
they,
Fever and Hostel.
hmm
Okay, that was another thing that I was tied on because I didn't realize that he directed both of those, and I was tied on putting two movies from the same director into the album. That's why I was just like, maybe not. That because otherwise, there's one of these I probably could have replaced with Us, and I would have been fine.
yeah. But I understand what you're getting at because my original thought was Carpenter, 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 Carpenter.
Mm.
I was like, don't overload it with Carpenter movies. You have the one you want to do. You don't need to talk about The Fog, Prince of Darkness, They Live, just the thing.
Yeah,
So I get what you're saying with that. But if you remember correctly,
I don't.
because you guys made sure to call me out for this about the Bro Job Christmas Deathcore Christmas 1 being
Okay,
mentioned in our 2022 list.
right.
In our 2021 list, I went off on how I hate Eli Roth's movies,
Okay.
and I mentioned Hostel and Cabin Fever as well.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that off the top of my head, but I believe you.
Yeah.
I
No, I just figured I'd give you some payback for the Bro Job thing.
yeah, but man, banger albums though.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely.
good.
But anyways, yes, you go.
Okay, what are we on? 5.
5.
Okay. You're gonna love this one.
Okay.
Warmest place to hide.
Nice.
The Thing.
Yes.
And I've only seen The Thing twice in my lowly experience in horror movies, but obviously I loved The Thing when I did see it both times, and I obviously will gladly watch it again and again and again. The practical effects in that movie are easily some of the best that's ever been done, next to like fucking Hellraiser and like all those like campy movies that used a lot of the practical effects, Nightmare on Elm Street and everything. Like it's up there, and I would love to hear a song about The Thing. And I was torn between this one or my number 12 spot for being uh the take your pick song, the heavy one, the one that's just like fucking brutal as shit. And I was torn between this one and my number 12, which I'll get into later. And I think I went with my number 12 being the fucking take your pick heavy, just ball pounding heavy song. And I'm gonna also say on my number 12 I have a feature request, a feature guest vocalist request for my number 12 as well.
You've got one of those too, do you?
Yeah, I have one, and
All I'm gonna say is you're going to love mine.
yeah, I think you're gonna love mine, but I also don't know if you listen to these guys as much as Toby and I do, but we'll see.
I think
But
I know where that's going.
but
I've got a guess locked in, or I've got a guess locked in of what
okay,
I think it is, and I will let you know when we get to it if I was right or not.
okay, I'm interested. But yeah, I think my number 12 is definitely the heavy one. Blinding White though, or not Blinding White, Warmest Place to Hide for my number 5. I think could be really fun. Like no matter which way you hash it, if they did a Thing song, I'd be happy.
Oh, I'd be over the moon for it.
Oh, I'm sure you would. All right,
Yeah.
that's really all I had to say because you already said a lot of the other stuff for The Thing. So
Okay. All right.
go at it. Number 5.
Shotguns and silver balls.
Okay.
Phantasm.
Okay. I've never seen that.
It's kind of out there, but
By your song title, I would imagine so.
yeah. I mean, that basically hits the nail on the head for the whole movie.
Okay.
No, Phantasm isn't really talked about all that much, and the first one is great. Don Cascarelli directed it, And yeah, the a lot of mystery behind that first movie. Like, why is the tall man picking up a fucking coffin? And what the hell are these flying silver balls? But
I've heard the
no,
name
since the
Phantasm before, but I can't put any
I
like images with it.
I do like genuinely love the first one. The further you get down the line, they get worse because I think it was two and three are pretty good. Four was and five was about the same. But all the other major franchises had been listed off. So I took the low hanging fruit, and like I said, I've always loved the first Phantasm movie. So yeah, I had to incorporate it in one way or the other.
Is it? Would you consider this your deep cut? Like your one that that is probably the least likely on your list, but you could see them doing it because they've got songs about like fucking My Bloody Valentine, for example. Who would have thought that they'd do a My Bloody Valentine song? The last time I heard
Yeah,
anybody talk about My Bloody Valentine was when it came out, and that's also the
and
last time I've seen it.
there are a couple more on here that I think, yeah, Phantasm is probably the least talked about
Yeah, I've heard
because
the
one
name,
of
but
them one of them that I have later on is talked about, and unfortunately, it's because one of its remakes was one of the worst movies ever made. So
oof.
yeah, but we'll get to that later.
Hey,
But yeah,
I thought you already said no more Friday, or we can't do any Nightmare on Elm Street.
believe me when I say it gets worse than the Elm Street remake.
God, dude, I watched like 20 minutes of that and I shut it off. I was like, no, no, not happening.
Another time, another place. All
Yeah,
right,
we'll talk about it later. But
number six.
all right, my number six, bursting through my chest. Now, I couldn't decide on whether or not I wanted to do specifically Alien, or if I wanted to do Alien and Predator, or Alien versus Predator, or just the whole Alien and Predator stuff as a whole. So I just went ahead and did it as a whole, just like everything about Alien and Predator, Prey. I mean, whatever, anything along those lines that could be incorporated with those or that franchise is pretty much what I was going for. But of course, you can't get more classic than the face huggers or the alien bursting through the chest scene and shit. Like, it's kind of like iconic as fuck when it comes to those movies. So that's kind of why
Oh
I
yeah.
decided on that top or that for the song title. Um, and yeah, I had a quote that I wanted to talk about from the movie. Uh,
Ugh.
Oh yeah, okay, here it was. So one of the quotes I'd like to see have a breakdown call out for sure. Nothing else, just a breakdown call out. Gets really slow, gets really quiet, and then they go, "You're gonna have to sleep sometime." And then right before the fucking breakdown comes in, "I'm a real light sleeper, childs," and just boom, just fucking right in your face. And
That's the thing.
huh?
That's the
Oh,
thing.
it is. I have it written on my fucking Alien versus Predator thing. You're right.
No shit, upright. Smack yourself. The glasses are about ready to come off. What the
Dude,
fudge?
I know. I had it one fucking line under. Jesus Christ. Why am I an idiot? Anyway, that's what I want them to do the breakdown call out for in the thing. I knew I was missing something. What the fuck?
Let us know how Jacob needs to be punished for that just
Yeah.
gross
Oh.
F up.
Yeah, dude, it was. Never mind. I'm not even gonna try to justify it. I fucked it up. I fucked that up so goddamn hard. I was literally just reading off my notes, not even thinking about it. So I don't remember the
Okay.
quote that I was gonna use for Alien then, off the top of my head, but I had one, and I probably wrote it underneath a different movie. Hang on. Let me look it up. Let me look.
Oh my god.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't have it listed on anything, but so
I'm just
fuck my life then. I don't have it written. This is probably
I'm
the point in the night where I was just like too tired to fucking remember what the hell I was doing, and I didn't write it down, and I ended up going to sleep.
okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the baton from you because you're not the only person that put Alien at number 6.
Yeah, please redeem this this portion of the fucking video.
So I'll be honest, I like your title a lot. Mine was taken from the original tagline for the movie, and it's not "In space, no one can hear you scream." No, it's just called "No One Can Hear You Scream."
Okay.
And yeah, well, I mean, you were you were flying high there for a little bit until you
Yeah.
royally effed it up.
Dude,
And
I fucked it up. I spaced so goddamn hard, dude.
yeah, but obviously, out of the two, I prefer Aliens. It's one of my favorite movies. But Alien is also like I would legitimately say they are both tens. They're perfect films in my eyes. It's just Alien is more sci-fi horror, and Aliens is like sci-fi horror action. So any song based off of the Alien franchise, or if you're gonna do a song, it either needs to be about the whole thing or just the first two movies and leave the rest out.
Yeah, I feel you.
The end.
I still
Okay.
gotta watch a couple of those, so I haven't seen
Good
all of them,
luck.
but one way or another, I think that'd be a fun Ice Nine Kills song.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think it's also been asked quite a bit by fans. I think that there's a lot of people that have been wanting an Alien or Predator song of some kind by Ice Nine Kills.
See, I wanted to put something like Predator did pop up in my mind because that is also a movie that I thoroughly love. Um, but I didn't just because of like Austrian Death Machine is, already doing the Arnold Heavy stuff. So you could, what are they gonna do? Title the song "Get to the Choppa"? That's already been done.
Yeah,
So that's why I was like, yeah, I'll leave Predator off, but I'm definitely doing Alien.
yeah, I could see that. I could see Alien being done before Predator for sure.
All right,
Okay,
number seven.
number seven. I've only seen like two of these, and I don't really care for them. I'll be honest with you, not my favorites, and I don't think they're anybody's favorites. And if they are, you probably need to go to a therapy or something. But mainly because I personally don't think they're good movies. But
Now I'm curious as to what they are.
okay, my biggest reasoning for putting it on this list is because I was looking through forums and like pages of things just for people requesting songs because like I was curious as to like what people were actually wanting, and this popped up more often than I think you would imagine. And maybe not, maybe I was just surprised, but Final Destination was a big one that I seen a lot, and my song title for it was Any Last Words question mark. And that's really all I got because, like I said, I haven't seen all of them, and I'm not really a fan anyway. But I put it on here because I seen it pop up a lot, and I could see them with the amount of people that have requested it, just throwing it on there, So
Yeah.
this
No,
is definitely
that
one of those songs that I could see liking the fucking song way more than the movies.
I okay, so with the Final Destinations, yeah, those movies, they're more hit than miss for me, so that's good. I too also like completely forgot about it, and then that's why I put it in my like honorables or whatever.
Yeah,
'Cause yeah, like any horror movie that we've listed off today or any of the other ones that we forgot to mention, which just a heads up, let us know in the comments what we forgot.
oh yeah,
They're going to turn it into gold. So yeah, I agree with you. I will probably like the song more than the franchise.
dude, I could see
And yeah,
this.
that,
I could even see this being something like Take Your Pick as well, where like
oh yeah,
I've seen My Bloody Valentine maybe once, and like it was okay, it was all right, but I fucking love Take Your Pick, and the fact that they had Corpse Grinder on that shit just made it 10 times better anyway. Could give a shit
you know what
less
they
about
could
the
also,
movie, but
you know what they could also do with that too.
what's
I
that?
mean, Tony Todd was at Silver Screen Con, right? Get him to do a voiceover.
That'd be sick.
That'd be
That'd be sick,
bitchin'.
dude. Having Tony Todd do anything, that'd be fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
But I could see this being. This is not the one I had a feature for, but I could definitely have a feature for this one as well, just to compare it more to Take Your Pick because, like I said, it's one of those movies or movie franchises that I kind of associate with stuff like fucking My Bloody Valentine, but Will Ramos from Lorna Shore, I think, would be pretty fucking sick to have on a song like that.
Oh, another thing. Since you said you hadn't seen the movies, um, you could you could also even do like the pattern or death design because that's mentioned
Oh,
throughout every single one of those movies multiple times.
dude, the only thing I even remember from any of them was the tanning bed scene. That was literally it. And the logs falling off the truck like that. That is fucking it.
Okay, sidebar on this, but yeah, that's got to be one of the most iconic scenes in any horror movie ever. And I know that's controversial, and I don't give a crap
Yeah.
because everybody sees those trucks.
Yeah.
I know what happens
And
here.
it's been memed on so many times too. It pops up in my Facebook at least twice a year.
Oh yeah.
Like every year without fail.
So before people get pissed off and oh, that's not one of the most iconic things. Really, next time you're on the highway, how many cars are following those log trucks?
Yeah, exactly.
Suck it.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. As controversial as it may be, I agree.
Yeah. All right.
What's
Number
your-
7.
What's your number 7?
Shop till you drop. Dawn of the Dead.
Hell yeah.
Now, I know Dawn of the Dead is a sequel, but it's fucking Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, that's fair. I think
So-
if I had to pick, you said your other one was Night of the Living Dead, right?
Return of the Living Dead.
Return of the Living
That's,
Dead.
Yeah, it's different
I would
stuff.
I would put Return of the Living Dead before Dawn of the Dead. I think, as far as like a zombie track, because
Yeah.
you know.
No, this is the one title that just came to me like perfectly, like Shop Till You Drop, stuck in a mall.
That's
like,
fair. That's fair.
And yeah, they could even have like announcements over the intercom or whatever about sales that are going on, just in the background, just as filler and stuff like that. But yeah, it's Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead is amazing. The end.
You know what? While we're talking about zombies, I do have to mention one that I am like gonna beat myself up for now because I don't know. I fucking love this movie so much. More than I probably should because it's a 50-50 shot on whether people like it or not from my experience asking people about it, but Zombieland would have been a fucking sick ass movie to have on here and I didn't even mention it once. I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot over that later.
So I was
Zombieland.
like, after we got done talking yesterday, I went over to that shelf because that's where all my horror movies are, and I was like, oh, Zombieland, and I was like,
Dude, I love Zombieland so much, and if they could do something about Twinkies in it,
oh yeah,
I'm sold. But having the commandments, or not the commandments, the lists of the rules and shit like that. I get the commandments were from the second movie, but that would be cool to just have throughout the song, just like listing them off as they fucking play and shit, and or just have them pop up in the song randomly and whatnot. But
yeah. All right. 8.
Number 8. Number 8. Art is subjective. Terrifier. Or Terrifier
Nice.
2, or both. Preferably both. But the only note I had, because I knew you were going to have this movie in there somewhere, the only note I had for it was having the Clown Cafe song somewhere. At least the melody of it would be fun as hell to have in the song somewhere. And I think they could probably pull that off pretty easily.
Even if it starts off with that just kind of light, like very lightly playing.
Yeah.
Like kind of like Ex Mortis. How the
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. That would work perfect.
And then, oh, dude, they have that playing in the beginning, right? The really cute melody and shit like that. And then they start the metal shit, like the heavy shit, with a fucking Tommy gun. Just like, yeah. That's how they start the fucking like actual metal shit going into the song, the heavier music.
That's awesome.
That'd be fucking great. But yeah, art is subjective. Terrifier.
Okay. Number 8. Billy's Wish. Black Christmas.
Okay. Interesting that you have that. Okay.
Well,
Interesting.
what? Have you seen it?
No. It's interesting because I have a Christmas movie as well.
What do you got, Krampus?
We'll get to it when we get to it.
But yeah, no, Black Christmas, just a great movie. I haven't seen it in. It's been a couple years, but I remember there was a time period where I couldn't get over just how old it looked, and thankfully that has since passed. And now, yeah, I completely appreciate that for it's part of its charm, and it was also one of the first like real slasher movies. I think Friday or I mean it beat Halloween out and Friday the 13th out, but Black Christmas not having anything about it seemed just not completely right in my book.
Right.
So yeah, Billy's Wish,
Okay.
Black Christmas.
I need to watch it at some point.
It's good.
Okay.
Just don't watch the most recent remake of it. My God.
All right. Noted. So, number 9. This is another one that I recently just watched for the first time, at least all the way through. I did try to watch it a long time ago, but it wasn't good. Watched it again for the full movie, and it's still not good. But I definitely seen a lot of people request it as an Ice Nine Kills song as well, and I did find it enjoyable to a degree. Would I watch it again? Probably not, but I could see it being a really fucking sick-ass song. And I titled it Shootin' Doc, Blair Witch Project. Because there's a line that the dude with the long hair says in the middle, like the chick is like interviewing him with the camera or whatever, and she's like, so what do you do, or what do you like doing, or something like that, and he says, oh, just shooting Doc. And then he lists off a couple other things, but for whatever reason, that one stuck out to me as just the dumbest fucking just stupid line I've ever heard in a horror movie in my life. And I was like, I'm rolling with it. I'm rolling with it so hard. But Shooting Doc, Blair Witch Project. And of course, they need to have some heavy breathing running through the woods sounds in the song at some point, obviously.
And they need to have somebody screaming in the background, I kick the map into the fucking creek.
Yeah. Dude, I was pissed off for them when that happened, man. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why would you... No. That movie irritated the piss out of me more, I think, than it had me, like, rooting for any of them.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody pissed me off in that movie, but yeah. That movie's something.
It's something,
for sure. It's still not great, but again, another classic Ice Nine Kills fucking makeover could do it some justice, I think,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my number 9, Shooting Doc, Blair Witch Project.
I love that.
It's so fucking dumb.
All right. Number 9. Let Us Purge. The Purge.
I was thinking about The Purge so hard, but I was like, there's a couple other ones I want to put on here first. I gotta.
Here's the sole reason why this beat out a bunch of other ones. Because just picture it. Close your eyes with me. You're at a show, and just everybody, let us purge. And then just shit fucking, the purge starts right there.
That could get kind of dangerous.
You're damn right it could. And that's why it's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't really have a lot of positive things to say about the movie, other than like it was successful. It has spawned a franchise.
Yeah.
But that's seriously just what stuck with me. It's just like if the crowd was fucking screaming, "Let us purge!"
Oh, dude, and Ice Nine Kills fans would do it hard. They would go crazy at a show doing some shit like that, and because of how successful it was, people would just fucking get into it like hard.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I could see being really cool, but I would hope it didn't fall flat, like or not fall flat necessarily, but at least from the 2 times I seen Ice Nine Kills, I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure they did Jaws, but when they do the breakdown with the dan like, I always felt like that was the time to start that fucking pit going up, But for whatever reason, I don't remember that mosh pit standing out before some of the other crowds or some of the other songs. However, something like
Yeah.
that, like the Purge shit happening, would start a pit so goddamn fast, and it would be aggressive.
That would be the craziest fuck. Like, I will be completely honest because I know when we talked about Slipknot in chapter two, check that one out if you haven't either.
Hmm.
That I said I'll never go into a pit again. I got a death wish, I guess, because I would be in that fucking pit
Oh
with
yeah,
bells on if
hell yeah,
that was if that was a reality.
yeah. No, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. I only watched the
But
first two, I think, Purge movies, but I thought they were fun. I mean, they were cool, but not movies
I
that I ever
like,
watch again, probably.
yeah, like the first one was okay. I liked the second one better, and then I was trying to watch the third one, and I don't know, it did not grab me, and yeah,
Yeah.
so
Aren't they making a new one, Purge Day One or something like that?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure I just seen something about Purge Day One being announced or something. Like it's supposed to be the very first day that the Purge was happening, or first time that the Purge was a thing, or I don't know. But
Yeah,
I could be wrong. I
hopefully,
don't know.
hopefully it's good and it's interesting because as long as horror keeps making money, then that's fine.
Maybe I'm thinking of a
I don't
different movie, but I'm pretty sure it was Purge. I just distinctly remember Day One being the subtitle for it. Maybe it's not Purge, but who knows?
could be. But
Wasn't there a
anyways,
there's
yeah.
a prequel of the Purge already, isn't there?
Yeah, the first Purge.
The first Purge. So maybe that's not. Maybe I'm thinking of a different movie entirely. Then I'm
But
tripping on
yeah,
that.
so Let Us Purge, number 9.
Hell yeah, I fuck with that a lot. Okay, number 10. Number 10, I have Make Me Famous X.
Nice.
So obviously number 10, the Roman numeral X. I know that obviously is not the reason why, but it just fits as my number 10 track because of the X. But
Yeah.
anyway, I remember seeing X in theaters. I thought it was fun, super cool, and I did not like the second one nearly as much. I think that it was way, way, way overhyped. Uh, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But X I thought was very well done, and I fucking loved X quite a bit. Just a good old classic fucking slasher thriller kind of thing, and I was like, yeah, I fuck with this.
Slasher thriller porno.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get three of the best things in the world. So, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, don't really have much to say. I know that people loved it, and
Yeah,
people loved
myself
the
included.
dude. People love the second one too, and I mean that's cool. But
Myself included.
I think that
No,
the
it's just
songs would be cooler.
complete, like Pearl is just completely different from
Pearl, that's what
X.
it
And
was. Yeah,
I think that's what I really liked about it because honestly, I liked Pearl better than X.
really.
Just yeah, Mia Goth's performance in Pearl was just literally like you
Oh
were
yeah.
glued to her.
No, no, no.
And
I
especially during that
absolutely.
super long monologue she had,
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh, dude, she was perfect in Pearl. I cannot wait for Maxine.
Yeah. No, I maybe I'll rewatch it and just maybe I get a different taste for it. But and it's not that I didn't like it. It's just so I just liked X more is all I think. But
Yeah, and I mean it is pretty different. Like Pearl at times felt like Wizard of Oz esque,
yeah.
with like the credits and stuff like that.
Right. Right.
So it is different. It's not like they're the same movie, and yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I had for number 10. Make Me Famous.
Okay, all right.
X.
Number 10, Welcome Home, The Strangers.
Okay. I've seen this one pop up a couple times, but I only saw it once. It's been a long time since I've seen it. So
So I don't really like super love this movie. I think it is a very good movie. But the same thing with what I said about Sinister, it just came out at the right time because I remember, I'm pretty sure this was 2008 this came out. So we were knee deep in reboots, remakes, and just trash. So I think that's part of the reason this movie stood as high as it did was because it was like, oh, okay, all right, we've got something new. We've got some big name actors. We get to watch Dennis from It's Always Sunny get his head blown off and stuff. So that's a plus. but just, home invasion, and I realize I have two home invasion movies right next to each other, but it's my list. Fuck it. Um, like just the why did you choose this? Because you were home. I was like, man, yeah, just work that in there somewhere, and it'll be awesome. But yeah, number 10, Welcome Home, The Strangers.
Hell yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, number 11. Now, this is the one that I was struggling with the song titles for. Because I have 3 song titles that could all work for this, and I would be equally as happy for any of them. One of them, 54,601. That's the first song title, just that number. Recently Deceased, or Strange and Unusual, Beetlejuice. And I feel like Beetlejuice could be a very, very fun fucking Ex Mortis style song that just you could just bop to no matter what you're doing. And dude, don't even get me started on using the Banana Boat song Somewhere or the main title's melody that just like dude, oh my god, it would be fucking glorious no matter which way you have it. And imagine, if you will, right before the breakdown comes on, they scream Beetlejuice 3 times. And the fucking pit just goes absolutely fucking nuts screaming it with them. And then they just go all crazy apeshit with it.
Yes.
God, that would be so good. It would be the same feeling that I get when I listen to Ex Mortis and I hear him yell groovy, or say groovy, and then they fucking shotgun. Oh man, that would be so
Swallow this.
Yeah, swallow this, groovy. Yeah, dude. That would be the same feeling for me if I heard them yell Beetlejuice 3 times. Oh, dude. I would lose my fucking mind. And it's easily one of my favorite, like, cheesy fucking Tim Burton style films like that is ever come out. It's just so good. No matter which way you watch it.
Great movie.
But, yeah, also with I'm assuming the Beetlejuice 2 is still coming out.
Pretty sure they just finished filming.
Yeah,
Thought I read that somewhere.
With the hype for the second movie coming out, I mean, hey, it could be a thing.
Get on it. Get in front of the train.
Surprisingly, I think I could see that before I seen a Five Nights at Freddy's song, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Number 11. Luck of the Irish. Leprechaun.
Nice.
Yeah.
God, that's been a while since I've seen that too. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I would say those movies are bad, but they have their merits, I suppose. But yeah, kind of like Black Christmas. It just seems like this one needed one.
Yeah, I feel you. I can see that.
That's all the I know this is very short. That's all the more I have to say about that one.
No, you're good. No, that'd be fun though. Shit, where are we on? 12?
Yeah.
Okay, number 12. This is the one I had a feature for. And the feature, I'm going to just tell you first, would be Alex Terrible from Slaughter to Prevail. Were you right?
No.
Who were you guessing?
Spirit Box.
Oh, dude, don't even. Oh, man, that would be fun as fuck. Not for this song, though.
That's what I was originally thinking.
But Courtney on one of these other songs, Make Me Famous, X.
Courtney
LaPlante, Make It Happen. But no, Alex Terrible on this one, because this is my heavy song. This is the one that I want to just be so ridiculously fucking heavy that it blows your mind. And Alex Terrible's the man for the job, for sure. The dude's just got pipes for days. And the song title is Keep the Fire Hot. Krampus.
That's a great title.
God, it would be so good. And just having Alex on vocals somewhere in it. And the reason I picked him for this one is because, obviously, if anybody's a Slaughter to Prevail fan, Baba Yaga was just a really big deal. And obviously it's that like old folklore and shit with Krampus and so forth. I think it would be a super cool fit to do a Baba Yaga style song for Krampus for Ice Nine Kills as well. Super cool.
That'd be a fun movie to talk about in a podcast.
Yeah, it'd be weird if we had an episode for it already out as we speak.
Yeah,
that came out last week, huh?
Wow. Yeah.
Anyway.
Weird. Okay.
But yeah, the only other notes I had was just I need to have some big ass hoofs thumping around in the snow somewhere, and some bells and chains and shit just rattling around just to build the ambiance, of course. But
heavy as fuck.
And I want Alex to scream during the breakdown Krampus, like in his big thick ass Russian accent, just just go absolutely batshit crazy saying Krampus or whatever, and yeah, that needs to happen.
Absolutely. Hell yes.
All right, that's my number 12.
Good choice.
Keep the fire hot.
All right,
Krampus.
My number 12. I don't think anybody would have ever guessed this was going to be on this list, so that's fun.
Okay.
Number 12, Beneath Our Feet.
Okay.
Tremors.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I could see Tremors. Dude, I could see them doing a song about Tremors.
Yeah, so my original thought for this was nobody talks about Tremors anymore. And I remember being a kid, and I was obsessed with the first two movies. I love them. And so a song just based about that, the I guess isolation within the town, and you're not gonna go walking on the ground or else you're gonna get sucked up by the graboids. So realistically, I don't know what they could do, but I feel like Tremors just needed some love and a mention.
I think actually, believe it or not, it's funny you mentioned that nobody talks about it, because me, Peyton, and Toby, we still have the Cosmic Pizza group chat together, just the three of us, and
yeah,
Peyton's been going down a horror movie rabbit hole where he's just trying to watch as many horror movies as possible that he missed out on and stuff. And obviously Toby's in the group, so he's getting some feedback from Toby and shit. And then a couple pointers from myself if I've seen them, of course. But he literally just asked us like 2 days ago, hey, what do y'all think about Tremors?
Nice.
And I honestly, it's been so long since I've seen them. My last thoughts was probably meh, but again, it's been a long time since I've seen them, so I'd have to rewatch them to give an honest opinion on them.
Oh, they're fun little movies still.
Yeah, I don't know if he ended up watching them or not, but I know he just finished Saw. He just finished all the Saw movies and gave us his ranking of them, and pretty sure he landed on like 3 of them were good, the rest of them were shit or something like that. And I don't remember which ones they were, but
yeah, I'd have to say I think probably 5 of them are good.
I don't remember what his list came out to be, but I remember him saying that there's a couple, these right here, good, the rest of them forgettable or something like that.
Sounds about right.
But yeah, sick. Tremors. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Number 13. Does that number ring a bell at all? This song is called "Playing Is for Children," about 13 ghosts.
Great fucking choice.
And I want there to be a fucking song about this so goddamn bad you have no idea. And can we please get a fucking Matthew Lillard cameo somewhere in it? I don't care what voice line he does, but can we please get Matthew Lillard to do something in the song, for fuck's sake?
It's almost like we're big Matthew Lillard fans or something.
Oh, dude, I love Matthew Lillard so much. He's just such a cool dude, man. I am so mad that he wasn't there with Skeet Ulrich at the Silver Scream Con this year.
Yeah.
I was so upset. I mean, not that I don't love Skeet Ulrich, of course, but it would have been really cool to see both of them in the same place together. But
no, 13 Ghosts. 13 Ghosts is one of those ones of many. I didn't even think about them, so that's why I was like, that is a great fucking choice.
I had to pick it for number 13, man. Okay, so I like 13. I like the original 13 Ghosts, but I could also really enjoy, if they did it well, an updated version of it. Not a sequel, not a prequel, just an updated facelift of the exact movie that it is, with just some still practical effects, of course, but I would like to see a just a facelifted version of it. I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be cool.
I would go a step further and say that they do, like, because I know I've seen this idea somewhere on the
Oh, like a
internet.
story about each ghost or something.
A series.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that could be, if done very well, would be just absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah. Would you do it like one season with 13 episodes, or would you do it 13 seasons?
Oh God. Yeah, you would definitely want it to be one season.
Or maybe
And
maybe 2 seasons, like split it up or something.
Yeah, or at least like a two-part, like season one with like 6 episodes and 7 episodes for the second part, if
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
wanted to. You could almost even like you wouldn't have to fully explain every ghost's backstory because I mean you could focus more on the family, more on Matthew Lillard's character, more on the other characters, and then just kind of sprinkle the ghosts in throughout. So you wouldn't have to cover all 13 of them.
Right.
But it would be almost blasphemous not to and have an episode dedicated for each one. So
Yeah.
a series would work great with 13 ghosts.
I think
I stand very firmly on that.
7 episodes for 2 seasons would be cool because you could even do like an intro episode on the first one and then do 6
Oh,
ghosts
yeah.
and then do 7 ghosts for the next season and so forth. But that'd be fun.
Okay.
But yeah, playing is for children. 13 ghosts.
That's still a great one. All right. Number 13. The Hell Within, featuring Mick Gordon.
Okay.
About Doom.
Doom. Aw, dude, that would be fucking sick, dude.
Yes.
That was your video game one. I got you.
Yep.
Okay.
Because Doom Annihilation is garbage. The first Doom with The Rock before he was like, super huge megastar, and Carl Urban and Rosamund Pike. That movie is what it is, but man, it has fun. Like it's you cannot tell me as a video gamer that the second it goes into the first person and he's just capping demons left and right that you're not like, yeah,
That's metal as fuck.
yeah. And of
literally
course,
is.
if you're going to do anything involving Doom music wise, Mick Gordon has to be involved.
Yeah,
No compromises on that.
that would be fun. Actually, speaking of Doom and Alex Terrible, I'm pretty sure Alex Terrible did a Doom something or other. It was on his Instagram. He did a vocal cover of something from Doom. I don't know, but
Nice.
dude,
Yeah.
Alex Terrible's vocals are just insane. So
Yeah.
him plus Doom equals just a great time all around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. Oh, that'd
So
be fun.
good.
Hell yeah. I
All
think we
right.
got some pretty solid Silver Screen lineups, is what I'm hearing.
So, quick question. Do you have you thought of a track for the bonus one? Because they did Your Numbers Up for Scream after the first Silver Scream came out, and then Meet and Greet with Silver Scream 2. Do you have a 14th track?
I don't, but I could see them, just because of the cult following that it has, I could see them pulling out of their ass a Donnie Darko song.
That would be great.
I think that would be really cool because of how much of a cult following it has. And I think that because Ice Nine Kills is literally based around cult following, I mean, their whole band, their whole aura is just culty as fuck. I think a Donnie Darko song could happen, honestly,
Follow the Bunny.
as a surprise surprise track or whatever, like Meet and Greet.
Okay.
I think
I
that'd
do
be
have
sick.
one. Just because I loved the title of this so much, but I did not put it in my original 13.
Okay.
I don't think it quite holds the same level as like a Scream or Silence of the Lambs. So I will make this my bonus track, just based off of the fact that this movie is awesome. And the name of the song is Bullet Train to the Brain, based off of Train to Busan.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be sick as fuck.
It would just be fast as fuck. And
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
yeah.
I think if we're gonna go like based on how big Scream and how big Silence of the Lambs is, I could probably put a Donnie Darko song in place of like maybe my Alien song or something, and then have them do the Alien song as the bonus. Because if we're gonna do a song that's as big as
Well,
Silence of the Lambs or Scream or something, I mean, it's gonna have to be big, you know. So I could see replace Alien with Donnie Darko or something.
and I swear I'm not saying this out of my own personal bias. You could swap it with Get Out because even though I don't like it, that movie
Very
was
popular.
extremely successful and
Yeah.
it's very high regard.
Right. Right. Right.
So I get nothing against Alien because yeah, I'm going to say it's better. But from a more recent standpoint, Get Out could be that one that would work really well.
Yeah, but Silence of the Lambs and Scream are both horror classics. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I would pick like Alien or maybe The Thing even. Even The Thing would be a cool like
Well,
extra track, you know.
so in looking for just other horror movies that I had been, just completely blanking on, I looked at Rolling Stone's top 100 horror movies. Do you want to guess where they had Get Out ranked?
Hmm.
I believe it was number 7.
Really?
Yes.
God damn.
So
Really?
that's part of the reason why I'm saying that, because obviously Alien is a classic, but it has had some bad sequels.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it still has a big enough impact on the horror movie community
Oh yeah.
though than Get Out has, you know. At least for
Mm-hmm.
it just its place in history, you know. I think it was just there, you know,
Yeah.
as one of those movies. Same with The Thing. I think a lot of people that are into horror movies really like The Thing, and that I could easily see that being in place of it as well. I could see Donnie Darko being a deep cut kind of thing, you know, on the album, but then have The Thing, or sorry, Warmest Place to Hide as the extra song, or even Bursting Through My Chest as the extra song, you know.
Yeah.
But I like the Train to Busan thing. That would be cool.
Yeah. I thought of that one just late after I already had everything finalized. I was like, I fucking love that title. Like I really do.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But yeah,
Hell
so
yeah.
there it is. Our hopeful, potential, speculative Silver Scream 3, what we would like to see, but I'll just go ahead and say they could do whatever for this album. They could do an album that's just all purely based off of sequels.
Yep.
They could even do one based off of remakes because there's so many of them.
Yep.
Um,
I don't
I
think
will
they
be
do
there,
that
Dave.
though.
Oh yeah, no,
I think
I
there's
don't.
definitely more misses in remakes than there are hits.
Yeah, but they could turn it into gold.
That's true.
I'm not
That's
gonna
true.
say they're not, but regardless, we are beyond excited for this album, and we just want to express our love and admiration for Ice Nine Kills and everything that they do. And
Absolutely.
if if we helped in this process at all, please just remember us and
Yeah.
let's hang out. Like
Please.
let's party. Let's talk horror.
Yeah.
Please let's talk horror.
Absolutely, dude. I'd be fucking down for that. I'd be down for just about anything Ice Nine Kills wants to do. I'm here for it. Just sign me up, man. Sign me up.
Yeah,
But
1000%.
get us a couple of free Silver Scream Con tickets for your year 3 con. That'd be fun.
Yes. Oh my god. That'd be just epic.
Yeah, but let us know in the comments which one of these is your favorite. Also, which one or what are your 13 tracks? What do you think that the new Silver Scream Con is going to be? Feel free to go all out and make the song tracks or song titles and stuff like that as well. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you got any deep cuts? Do you have any that you're just like you have to see on the new Silver Scream or what? Let us know in the comments. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Because this was a lot of fun to
Oh yeah.
do and put together. So reading other people's ideas and suggestions, yeah,
Oh dude.
that is also very fun. Because I'm 100% positive there will be like one that's like, you dumbass. How did you forget that and
Yeah.
not put that in your list?
Oh yeah.
So, yeah,
Easily.
it's going to be fun.
Anyway, that'll about do it for me. Do you have any
And me.
do you have any closing statements at all?
Um,
Go listen
no,
to Ice Nine
just,
Kills.
yeah, I was going to say, if you're listening to this and you haven't listened to Ice Nine Kills, just rectify that immediately.
Yeah, figure it out.
Yeah, go treat yourself, please. Tell your mom, dad, boss, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, that I said it's okay and I'll fight them. It's whatever.
Yep,
Listen to it.
exactly. Also, just remember, if you go up to anybody and ask them, "Do you like Ice Nine Kills?" and they don't say, "Not really,"
No, not really.
then they're not a real fan.
Or they are because they know what you're quoting and they're quoting it back to you. So you're really in a catch-22 and don't know where the F you're at.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, on that note, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.
Goodbye.